we're live. Let's get into it. Got some work to do. We need to plough these two fields. We need to sow all three fields. We need to roll. No. We need to finish ploughing, but then we need to apply lime. Then we need to seed. And then we need to roll. And we still don't have a seeder and a roller. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't mind a second tractor, a smaller one. Probably look at getting this seeder. It only needs 110 horsepower. This roller needs 120. That needs 300 horsepower. That's got to be with that big tractor. That needs 160. Okay. So we've got to make sure that our second tractor at least has 160 horsepower. At least. So we've got to make sure it's got at least 160 horsepower. There's nothing in the sales. Can we get away with it for now? You know what? We'll see if we can get away without the second tractor yet. But I think moving forward, we're going to need that second tractor. All right, let's get these two fields getting ploughed. Let's pretty sure I put the plough in here. Figured if I can get, maybe if we get a worker ploughing, I can get to liming the fields. That might actually be worth it. I think we do need to look into getting a slightly smaller tractor, maybe 160, 175 horsepower, maybe a Challenger or a Deutz Farm. Oh, oh. What's happened? Oh, okay. Okay. This is a bit of a problem. That should be like that. I have to rethink where these are going to go. These might have to sit on the ground. These might have to go under there. That's annoying. That is annoying. Yeah. These can't go into that. They can't go into that. Those sheds, they're not going to. They're not going to fit in there properly. Okay, that's all right. Good. It's easy fix. We can put them under that other. The large shed with the workshop. We'll keep them under that. That's fine. Hang on. Fix my screens. Just want to fix my screens and my microphone because my microphone is picking up way too much background noise. So I need to make sure I can bring it closer to me. All right. this. Let's get some line. Need some line. Well, that is filling up. Let's check how this worker is going. Seems to be going all right. Sounding very clear. Yeah, I did put the noise removal back on because I was getting a lot of background noise still. So what I did is I've just moved my monitor slightly on that side so that I could bring the microphone a little bit closer. So the microphone is a little bit closer now. So yeah, good sound. Even when the tractor's on. So even with the tractor on, yeah, good. That's what I wanted to hear. Alright. Oh, good. Thank you for your help earlier with that. I'm probably going to need your help when I receive that package with the those clear things. I'm going to need your help. I need you to bring your drill over and help me put those up. You can still hear a little bit of background noise, even though I've got the noise removal on. You can still hear a little bit of it, like with the steering wheel and whatnot. But so we've got the workers ploughing on the other field. We need to do lime here. And see how it's going a nice darker green down in that near my head there? That's what we want to see. That is exactly what we want to be seeing. Nice, we're getting a nice colour on that. We're going to go through quite a bit of lime here. That's alright. Well, we are definitely going to be increasing our environmental score with this, I reckon. Between how well we're doing with the pH levels, and also considering that we got the nitrogen levels pretty good as well. I think we'll check the nitrogen levels. I think we got them pretty good if I remember offhand. I did the nitrogen levels off cam, as well as selling of a lot of things. Yeah, look, the nitrogen levels we've got pretty good. We could be better on these two fields, but geez, we got it pretty good on that field. The pH levels are getting there, and it's getting better with this run, which is what we want to be seeing. Look at that. Look at that. And this is just going to keep getting better and better and better with every time we lime and fertilise. We need to get this done because we've got to get to sowing the fields, because we've got... Let's wait till we get to the end of the road, turn off the lime spreader, and we'll have a look at what the weather forecast is going to be doing. Doesn't look like it's going to increase much there. Okay. So it's increasing in some areas, but in some areas not so much. But yeah, what I was saying is there is rain expected at some point on the 2nd day of September and on the 3rd day. So I want to try and get, we've got to try and get 2 of the fields done today or in this month. And that is the canola and the wheat. So the canola, which this is our last chance to do the canola, and the wheat. And the canola and the wheat fields, that's going to be wheat, that's going to be canola. Because that's going to be barley, and this one's the one we're doing next month. So barley, wheat, canola. And then eventually when we get this field, that'll be soybeans. We're increasing it slightly. Not a hell of a lot, but slightly. We just got to take it a little bit at a time. Every little increase is better than none. That's a nice increase there. Like I said, every little increase is better than none. For all the non-subscribers that are watching currently, I apologise, but you will be getting an ad in about 25 seconds. I'll be honest though, I'm pretty happy with where the pH levels on this field are at. We've got some pretty good pH levels at the moment on a good chunk of the field. And they're only increasing more and more. It's increasing by 0.375 just in this area alone, which is a pretty good increase. I see a lot of the streamers are out there doing the new Highlands map, and look, fair play to them, but I'm not looking at doing the new Highlands map yet. I'm going to stick with this map with Riverview. I'm really enjoying this map. Only just started the save on this map, and I really like this map. I just want to finish. I want to continue with this. I want to reach my targets. So remember the target for this save, we are going to get the bakery, and I want to produce everything in the bakery and have it all produced by the farm. Every aspect of it I want it produced on the farm or by the farm or by productions owned by the farm. So, still got quite a big task ahead of us. It's going to be a very long road. So the produce from these fields, for example, which, you know, we'll get our produce from these in a year's time in game. I'm probably not going to be keeping any of that produce because probably going to be selling it all to make money, because we've still got to pay off our debt. We've got a $1.3 million debt at the moment. Keep that in mind. So we've got to pay off a $1.3 million debt, which will more than likely increase before it goes down. run out of line. Let's get a delivery here. Let's have a look and see how our ploughing is going. It's going well. Probably a third of the field done now. Yeah, around about a third. Yes. Yes, I have. I have not been in debt. In the Riverview save, I was not in debt for quite some time, actually. In the Riverbend save, I was not in debt for quite some time. But, alright. Let's continue on. Finish lining this field. We are getting some really, really good pH levels along here. This is unreal, some of these pH levels we're getting. Really happy. We'll do one more pass here. Just along here. Done. All right. Let's get this guy over to the next field, but we won't be able to start yet. And let's check some levels. All right. Have a look at that. Look at that. And we've got some pretty decent pH levels there. we've got some pretty decent pH levels there. Even on these two fields, and I'm curious to see, once we've ploughed, now when we go over it again with the lime, I'm curious to see what sort of levels we're going to get on these, because especially this one here, this one's already pretty good. These are all, but that's all these four, which is not far off perfect. And this is now where I'm stuck. So this is why I was saying I'm probably going to need another tractor, because my next step is to seed and then roll. So to sow and then roll. So this is where I was saying I'm probably best off getting another tractor, putting the plough on the smaller tractor, but I want to finish this field first. We've started on this field, we've got to finish this field. Because I don't want to interrupt the worker halfway through, because it's hard enough getting them to start again at the point where they stopped. But we are at that point we need to go buy need a roller. No, wrong one. Roller. That's the one we're going to get. All right, let's have a look whose name is going on the roller number plate. It's Refford. There you go. Congratulations, Refford. Your name is going on the number plate for the roller. We're going to need a seeding unit. I'm thinking that one. It's got a 4.6 meter working width, which is not a lot. I mean, this would be perfect, but with these small tight fields, we need something that's going to be able to be easily maneuverable. That, I think, is just going to be too much. It's not going to, yeah, no. Nope. We're going with this one. We're going to go with this one. We're going to go the small guy. 49,500 for that as well. Done. So that only needs 110 horsepower. That only needs 120 horsepower. So in actual fact, we could get a smaller tractor. So I've looked at these before. We've got a couple of options. So here's our options. We've got the 8010 Series White, the MT600 Series Challenger, the Fiat 160/90 DT, or the Deutz-Fahr AgroStar. I think they're the three options, or the Unimog, which we know I like the Unimog, but I use it quite a bit. Although the Unimog's going to have an added benefit of having the trailer. I mean, we wouldn't need to get the extra power, because I only need that'll cost us 98,000 with the Iseria Pro Compact. If we go the AgroStar, 105, Okay. The Fiat will come to 80. To be honest, the Fiat could be a decent choice. We can get it with 180 horsepower for 90k. That's actually not bad. Nice old school sort of tractor. Quite like it, to be honest. I actually don't mind that. I wouldn't mind getting an old school tractor. I mean, we've got the Challenger. This is a nice... I mean, this one we can get it with 200 horsepower. Which could give us a lot more capabilities. What can we get there? The Fiat we can get with 180 horsepower. I actually don't mind that. So that'll be 90,000 with the Iseria Pro Compact. The Challenger will be 90,000, but it won't have the front attacher. Which, to be honest, the front attacher might be handy. Will it be handy? Will we need it? Well, the question is, what are we going to use the front attacher for? Mowing, maybe. But if we're going to do that, we can use the other tractor. So, do we need all that power? We can get away with that. So that's 82,000 for 180 horsepower. Same with this one. It's just a case of do we go the white or the yellow. If we do it, we might as well go to 200 horsepower. We're thinking the white or the yellow? Or do we go the Fiat? See, you know what? This Fiat looks really enticing. It's like an old school tractor. The only thing I don't like about it is that with these, they're sitting off to the side. Or do we go the Unimog? Again, the Unimogs... I can get it with 240 horsepower. I'm really liking the look of this Fiat, eh? going to get it. I am. I'm going to get the Fiat. I really, really like the idea of getting that Fiat. Oh, and... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I forgot. I did. I forgot. My mistake. I have to fix that. Customize the number plate. I forgot to spin the wheel. Drop Bear. Drop Bear's name goes on the number plate for the new Fiat. There you go. All right. Well, this actually has enough power. To pull this. So we need some seeds. How much does it hold? 1,270 litres. So how much do we need to buy? One of these. One of these. Ugh. Oops. All right. None of the fields are ready yet for this. We'll get it over to that second field because as soon as we've done the line, we're going to get straight to seeding. Yeah, look at that. Nice old school sort of style tractor. Old school sounds. I like it. I'm happy with this purchase. Once we've done as much as we can with our fields, we will start doing some contracts. That's what we'll probably do with the last couple of days of this month. Right. Good progress there. Plenty of line there. So what we can do while we're waiting, let's have a look around here at what we've produced so far. Right, so let's walk around and have a look. We've got a couple of crates of melons. Let's have a look at when the best time to sell those is. November is the best time to sell those, so we'll store them for now. So we can squeeze every single little bit of profit we can. We have a couple of crates of watermelon. Not very heavy, only 100 kilos. Okay. So the watermelon, December. So we've got November for the melons, December for the watermelons. A couple of crates of pumpkins. And okay, now is the time to sell them. So these we will look to sell now. Some oyster mushrooms, some enoki mushrooms. February for the oyster mushrooms, and February for the enoki. So we'll wait till February for those. We'll store them for now. The tomatoes. We're selling all of these produce for now. February. Strawberries. February. And we have the lettuce. February. Okay. So we're going to keep everything except for the pumpkins, I think it was. Yep. Pumpkins we're going to sell now. Everything else we're going to take up to our bale and pallet storage. I don't live in debt. I just happen to be in debt a lot. Yes, good morning, Refin. Yes, it is evening. It's 9:30 in the evening here. That is good news. Glad to hear you have time to hide it. Already announced a new update. Wow. It's only been a day since the release. Full release, not even. Hasn't even been 24 hours. Fair enough. I posted the last video of that first season on YouTube from my Man United save, the beta save, and I will be starting my Journeyman save tomorrow. Exciting times. I'm really looking forward to this Journeyman save. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, if you you'll have to watch the video to see how I fared. I'll be honest, I wasn't too disappointed with the result. And I was actually pretty pleased. Did it without purchasing any new players. I literally worked with what I had. So considering, I am very pleased with my results at the end, well, overall. Timmy, what have you got to say for my forklift skills today? You're the one that's always got something to say about it. Busy in February selling produce. There's a big chunk of these that will need to be sold in February. And there'll be a lot more of those products built up by then. By the way, Refford, your name is now on two pieces of equipment. We've got the header trailer for the harvester header and the roller. Both have your name on the number plate. is going very well. We're actually making some very good progress. We are currently sorting produce, and we have to sort through what we're going to keep for a better sell price and what is good to sell now. Turns out the only thing that is going to be good to sell now is the pumpkins. Ooh. So, that is currently what we're doing. We have a worker currently ploughing the field. We're waiting for that to finish so that we can Swainhead evening. We're waiting on the worker to finish ploughing so we can wind that field. I am having a cheese and Vegemite scroll. Believe it or not, I'm having a cheese and Vegemite scroll. I love Vegemite. No whiskey tonight. No whiskey tonight. You go ahead and have one, Splendid. No, I had a beer with dinner tonight. I don't normally drink a lot of beer, but I felt like having a beer with dinner tonight. And taking it easy now. I'm actually drinking a little. I've got orange juice, and the wife is going to be making me a cup of tea shortly. I told her to, I'll let her get whatever she wants to get done first, before she makes me a cup. How can I see anything with all the pallets on here? I just know where I was going. That was just a case of knowing where I was going. That's it, Jedi farming. Well, sign of the Jedi Order. If that tells you anything. Other than I'm a nerd. Yes, I do have the sign of the Jedi Order tattooed on my arm. There's actually a funny story behind that too. Actually a funny story that involves Dimmy. That is maximising the nerd factor, yeah. Alright, so the story, I'll tell you the story behind it so you can understand. I mean, yes, I'm a nerd. Yes, I like Star Wars. I love Star Wars. The reality is pretty much most of my family does. Me, my brother, my sister, and our mother, my mum, she loved, like, we all love Star Wars. We're all Star Wars, man. I've got a lot of tattoos. As you can tell, I've got one here on my ribs as well. I've got more planned. But I remember I was going to Thailand with my cousin. Just for a trip away, just the boys. Just the two of us. His cousin is was my best man at my wedding as well. But yeah, we're going to Thailand, and beforehand I'd sort of gone to visit Timmy and his wife and the kids. And, what were the girls like? I'll go and get them something. I'll bring them something back from Thailand, you know. And we were talking, and my brother goes, Timmy goes, you're going to get any more tattoos while you're over there? I said, yeah, I'm planning on it. I've got. That's where I got this one done, Zeus. Yeah, I said, yeah, I'm planning on getting this one and maybe another one, we'll see. We were talking and I said, why don't you go get a tattoo? I mean, you're always talking about mine and now, you think they look cool and whatnot. Why don't you ever go get a tattoo? He's, my wife won't let me. I said, listen, if you were to get a tattoo, I said to him, what would you get? He said, probably something to do with Star Wars. About it, and I thought, the whole family's Star Wars mad. We all love it. We're all nerds. I said to him, all right then. He said, I'll get a tattoo for you. I'm going to get a Star Wars tattoo just for you. No, you won't. No, you won't. Oh, lo and behold, I come back and I've got a Star Wars tattoo. Sign of the Jedi Order. And I went and put my first initial, my brother's first initial, and our sister's first initial. Sort of like, that's my tattoo for the siblings, and because we're all Star Wars mad. I came back and showed it to Dimmy, showed it to his wife, and his wife told me, you're an idiot. I said, why? You won't let your husband get one? I said, I'll get one instead for you. So yes, that's the story behind the Star Wars tattoo. I am a nerd at heart, but I'm also a family guy, and that's a tattoo for my brother more than anyone else. Thank you, Splayhead. So Dimmy should feel special. Put a tattoo on me for him. two more things of lettuce. Pick up. I don't know if Dimmy remembers that that part of the story behind the tattoo. You're probably not wrong. I'll be honest, you're probably not wrong. Oversupplying the lettuce market, yeah. I do have quite a bit. I'm going to have a lot more coming soon too. There'll be a lot more by the time it's ready for me to sell the lettuce. The price is right. Yes, you can. Oh, no, not then deliver it, no. No, you can't do that. You can load it onto a truck and have an AI worker deliver it, yes. There is a way of making the AI workers do that. That's my cheese and Vegemite scroll done. No. No, no. There isn't, there isn't an automatic way of doing that, no. Unfortunately. The ploughing is almost done on this field. I mean, I could load them all onto a trailer and drive it up there, but I haven't bought the trailer yet, which I know I've got to buy one, and I also all my tractors are here at the fields, so I wouldn't have had them available to use the trailer. But actually, now that we're on that, I do need to buy the trailer. It's only 20,000. Don't want the extension. All right, we need a name from the Twitch subscribers for the number plate. If you're a Twitch subscriber, your name goes onto the wheel and drop air. Gets his name on another piece of equipment. Go. Because we will need that as well when we're going to sell the pumpkins soon too. Right, the environmental score is okay. It's saying that we've got a problem with nitrogen, which we don't. So I don't understand that. That's a bit of a problem for me. At least the pH level is up there, thankfully. I wonder how much we're going to increase the pH when we lime this field now. I'm really curious what's going to happen with that. Really curious. Yep. I'm just going to wait for this to be finished. While that's still going, this gives me a chance to just go to the bathroom and I'll be back. Talk about timing. Perfect. We're almost done. Actually, no, we've still got another 2 headlands to go. It's all right. Actually, what I might do, move the cedar over to here. That way. Here, because I'll swap the plow onto the Fiat later. I'll swap the plow onto the Fiat later. Plow the last field with the Fiat so that I can put the cedar on this tractor. We'll do that. Oh, apologies there, my daughter was having a bit of a whinge. That was on top. Right. Just waiting for this worker to finish so that we can get started with the next steps on this field. Ploughing is the only thing I really want to get workers doing, because it's not that I can't plough, I just don't enjoy the ploughing as much as everything else. daughter is currently teething. Just got her first 2 teeth the other last week, so the rest of them are starting to come through by the sounds of it, and she's not a happy little chappy. She is whinging a lot more than usual, which is a shame because overall she's been a really good sleeper. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to do some of the ploughing. See, this is the problem with the fields in this map. They are very tight, so you can't use the bigger equipment. Got to use the smaller equipment, meaning some jobs will take a lot longer than others. And AI workers struggle with some of it as well, like that. Meaning we've got to do a little bit more. Yes, yeah, no, I'm sure you are glad you got adult children now. You don't have to deal with these sorts of things anymore. We're currently in the midst of trying to toilet train our 2-year-old, and we've got our 6-month-old teething. So we've got it all happening at the moment. Unfortunately. Toilet training our eldest, a 2-year-old, has been a challenge. He's a boy, and apparently boys are a lot harder to toilet train than girls, from what we've been told. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. At the moment, we're pretty stressed out at the moment because we're toilet training him, and we've got her teething at the moment. We started the toilet training on Monday. It's not going well. It's not going well at all. I won't lie. Yes, I have been told as much. The whiskey more than the beer, Spleenhead. It's more whiskey than beer. I have also been told that it gets easier. Yes. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that day. I'm praying for that day. It's the circle of life, isn't it? See, that was a joke that myself and a friend of mine were making yesterday. Now, at the moment, we're sitting here trying to toilet train our son, and I said, here I am wiping his ass, and, just think when I get older, he's going to be sitting there probably wiping my ass. Ah. How old was your son, Refford, when you were toilet training him? My boy's only 2. He's just turned 2 in September, so I don't know if we've started it too early or not early enough. He was showing all the signs of being ready for it. About 2.5, yeah. We're going to continue with it. We're going to push through and do what we can. However long it takes, it takes. Chart worked well. Oh, he does love my cooking, yes. Yesterday the wife cooked up some schnitzels for him and made him a little salad and he enjoyed that. Today I cooked him some satay chicken. I will have a chat to the wife and see about maybe implementing the chart, because it sounds like it's a common thing that people use. Yes, they do respond well to bribery, Grievous. How you doing, mate? Welcome in. Oh, Gravis, I'm going to give you a call tomorrow and just have a chat to you about that thing we were talking about for my Wi-Fi. I'm already pushing the Man United supporting Refford. He's got a Man United kit already. I made sure to get on top of that early. My old man was already, oh look, let's get it, I'm going to get him a Tottenham jersey. I went, no chance. Get Man United or nothing. Alright. Oh, did they? I'll have to check it out. That's the... ploughing of that field done. Let's get our nice new little old school Fiat going with ploughing this field. No, they don't. I looked at that a while ago. I don't know that we're going to get much of an increase on this field. I don't know if there's going to be any point wasting while I'm on here. I mean, the pH level on this field is pretty good. We've got a bit of an increase there. It's not going to take us long to go over this field, so I'll just quickly go over some of these. Okay, we're actually not doing too bad. We're getting a bit of an increase here, which is cool. I'm happy. I'm a big fan of precision farming. The precision farming mod is phenomenal. I'm a big fan. Yes, it is. Pretty sure it was a free sort of mod or a free DLC or a free mod, I can't remember. Free mod. Yeah, I couldn't remember off the top of my head, but yes. But I love it. I think it's phenomenal. Certainly a big fan. And before everyone goes asking, yes, I have seen the new DLC. Yes, I do have the new DLC. Every streamer out there is currently running the new Highlands map. I have decided I want to stick with this save, with this map. I'm enjoying this map far too much. And the other, you know, the Highlands map at the moment is being so overdone with all the streamers. I thought I want to be different and stay with this. I am planning on implementing some of the Highlands DLC stuff into this save, possibly. We'll see. Might implement some of it. There we go. That's the lining of this field done. Not much of an increase, but a little bit. Now, this one's going to be wheat. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, daughter was screaming again. Yes, there was a new DLC, came out just yesterday, the day before. Unfortunately, this is going to take a while because we are using one of the smaller seeders in the game. However, because of the tight fields, it's essentially one of the better seeders for this map. It just means that on some of these bigger fields, it's going to take us a while to just make sure of one thing, because good, none, alright, good. Yeah, they've brought out a new DLC with a new British map, a Scottish Highlands map, and some other new equipment and stuff. You can do fishing. You can plant onions. You know, so you can onions are a new crop. So do I. Explain that. So do I. My father-in-law enjoys fishing, and I got back into fishing a little bit because of him. And yes, we always enjoy fishing when we go, we travel. Yes, it is worth it, Spleenhead, it is worth it. Probably, but I don't want to. I want to keep the fields as they are on this map. I like the idea of the small fields. You know, trying to play this as realistically as possible in most areas. So, you know, trying to play it true to, you know, it's a UK based map, so I'm trying to sort of keep it with that UK based sort of feel. I mean, you can take out hedges and whatnot and make bigger fields and turn it into a big American farm if you like, but I like the idea of keeping it sort of that UK feel to it. I mean, yeah, it's going to take a lot longer to sow this field than it would with a bigger piece of equipment, but hey, that's part of the fun of it. You know, that's what now poses the next challenge, which is going to be you know, when we do look to upgrade equipment, do we look to upgrade to bigger equipment, or do we look to upgrade to similar size equipment but better equipment? What's going to work well? Like that trailer that we've bought, I don't know if that trailer is going to be a good fit for this map, for this farm. We'll determine that when I go and pick up the trailer and try and take it back to the farm. If I have troubles trying to get it around certain turns and whatnot, I think it's going to be a case of maybe we look to get a smaller trailer. We'll have to do multiple trips to take stuff to the selling points. This is all stuff we're going to need to consider. When it comes to the combine harvester, we've currently got the Massey Ferguson, the smallest one there, but smallest combine harvester, but there's no header for sunflowers and corn, so we're going to need another header. We're going to need to maybe move up one level to the class. We won't be able to move up to the bigger equipment because it'll just be too hard to maneuver it around the farm, so, or around the map. So we've got to think about all of these things. These are all things that we're going to have to consider while making decisions for this save. And that's what half the fun of this save is going to be. Determining whether fields are going to be profitable if we're only using the smaller equipment. We need to consider all of that. We might be able to get a bigger seeder. I'd like to. I mean, like I said, we're using this one at the moment, the Great Plains solid stand 1500. It's got a 4.6 meter working width, whereas this one is one that I wouldn't mind getting, but it costs 206,000 as well, which has got a 15 meter working width. That could be a nice one to get. We may look to get it at some point. Maybe just lease it for a little bit just to see if it'll work. But we need to take into account the leasing costs for that. And that's where we're going to have to sit there and go, okay, well then, do we sell this one and just lease every time we need to seed? We'll have to wait and see. Actually, maybe we'll do that. You know what? Let's give it a go. I want to see if we can use that big one. Because if we can, we will lease it this time. And then maybe look to buy it in the future. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's give it a go. We'll see what it's going to cost to lease. I'll get it delivered here. So it needs 300 horsepower. Our tractor is 305 horsepower, so it'll do it. Actually, before we do that, there's something I should have done. There. Because if we like it, if it does work, it's going to cost us 10,000 a lease. All right, let's do it. If this does work for these fields, depends on how it opens up. I don't remember. This could actually potentially work. Okay, this might work. We'll see. And to be honest, if this works well for us, I might look at selling the Great Plains solid stand, and then maybe we'll search for a used one of these over the next 12 months. Might be able to pick it up for like under 100k, possibly. So that might be something we might consider. I mean, this is going to get it done a lot quicker for us. I know with the plows, I tried a bigger plow and it's not comfortable. Even the smaller plow had some issues. So we're going to have to stick with the small plow. With the seeder, we may actually get lucky here. Where we're gonna see is when we're doing the headlands. The headlands is where we're really gonna see whether it's worth it or not. But we will certainly get this done in a third of the time that we would have originally. Problem we have, okay, so this is the first problem I'm seeing is see how we've got a very long body to this. This is what I'm talking about. See now this maneuverability here in these fields because of the long body to this cedar. That's where we're going to find our issues. Like now when we come up to these hedges, might be a bit of an issue. Trying to turn it around. And these are the things we're going to have to consider. It is a lot harder to manoeuvre it in these tight spaces. Not gonna lie. But at the moment, I'm happy enough. At the moment, I'm actually happy enough to say that I could potentially be happy to use this. Is there another cedar with that sort of range? 12 meters. That could be a decent one, 12 meters. Yeah, this one could potentially be a decent one. It's got a slightly smaller body than what this one does. This does that one. This one could... Oh, could we look at that one maybe? But that needs a lot more horsepower. We're getting into too much horsepower there. Yeah, that needs too much horsepower. We could potentially be looking at this one here. And that could be an option. I don't know. I'm in two minds. in two minds about it. The other one is a lot cheaper. And this is where I'm talking about the difficulties will come in. Yeah. I might actually go for the smaller one. The 12 metre rather than the 15. Only because I think the manoeuvrability will be a little bit better. I think, yeah, like that. Even the manoeuvrability of this one, following the lines, it still struggles. Yeah. I'm going to look into that one that's slightly smaller. See, I've just missed that whole section there in the corner. I've got to do these in a really, really weird way just to be able to catch everything. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the 12 metre one. Look, I'm doing all right with this, considering I'm basically manually doing this without the help of the... No, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem, the length of it. Yeah. Yeah, spleen head, that's the problem. That is the problem with it. Like I said, I wanted to give it a go. I've done that. Am I happy with it? Look, yes and no. The length of it, the length of the body, that's the problem with it. So because of that, I'm inclined to go with the 12 metre cedar rather than this 15 metre one. I'm doing this completely off the lines because I'm trying to catch the edges that it will miss if I don't. Just going to finish this field off. We're going to return this one. And for the next field, we're going to try the other one that I'm thinking about. Let's turn this around. I've missed a whole section there. Yeah, look, I love this cedar. Yeah, that length of the body of it is really making it difficult with these fields. So the next field over, when we're ready to do that one, we're going to try a different cedar. See, I've got to come back around on this one as well now. Let's do that. Go back around. So how we go on the next field with the next one we're going to lease will determine whether we keep the solid stand or not. I had a feeling that would happen. Yeah. It is definitely the length of this cedar. Look, considering, I don't think I've done too bad. I'm happy with how I've gone with the cedar, considering the limitations we have. Alright. Well, we've planted the wheat. That's the positive. We're doing well with the ploughing over there. Let's pull this over here. We're not going to be seeding this until next month anyway. Got plenty of lime in that. We're doing good here. We're just going to finish this. Let's have a look at what the weather is doing. Should be okay. We do sleep and we wake up at 7. We could then look at finishing this field then. Just got a little bit of daylight left. So the one we're going to look at using for this next field, it's going to be this one here. The others are all still like 12, 5, 6, 6, 6 meters, 4 meters, 4.6, which is what we currently have, 3 meters, 3 meters. This is where we start getting 12 meters and it goes back to 8. 12 meters there as well. So we could go with this one. Or this one, I reckon. I'm inclined to go with this one. It's cheaper. Only needs 180 horsepower. Can do 12 meters. Holds 5,800 litres. This one can hold 68 to 7,200 litres. That's 12 meters, but it needs 300 horsepower. So I'm inclined to go with this one here. This is the one we're going to lease next time for the next field. See how that goes on this field here. If I'm happy with how it goes on this field here, I reckon we'll get that moving. More than likely lease it this year and then maybe look to buy it next year. Hope everyone's doing well and enjoying themselves. Okay, while this is going on, I need to roll the field that we just sowed. So let's go get our roller. I think the roller is going to be a bit of a problem too, but it's the smallest roller base game, so we don't exactly have much choice with that. Tractor needs a bit of a wash. Getting a bit of a workout. We've put 12 hours on it already. I'm not sure, Spleenhead, because I only started playing Farm Sim with Farm Sim 25. I never played the earlier versions, so I couldn't tell you. So rolling, especially now when we've ploughed and sown that field, because when we ploughed it brought up small stones, we can roll those small stones back into the ground. And it'll also push the seeds further down, I guess. But I'm not sure. I won't even sit here and pretend to know everything. But I'm I'm fairly new to Farm Sim still. I just enjoy it. That's why I'm streaming it. So yeah, that I'm not sure of. I can look into it. this part's going okay. Again, the roller is not the easiest of equipment to maneuver. So you'll see there how it's pushing the stones back down, which is perfect. You'll have to excuse me for a minute, sorry. One, I've got to go to the bathroom. Two, I can hear my daughter. I'm going to need to just quickly sort that out and I'll be back. All right, sorry about that. The joys of having young kids. Let me see if this is a new thing. No, it was in FS22 as well. So it came in FS22. It wasn't in 19, it was in 22 and now in 25. So it's not required, but it's an optional task that provides benefits, so better yield. There you go. It just moved, it missed a whole strip. Okay. We'll see if it picks up that strip that it missed. Here it goes. See? There we go. That's better. That was the other thing I wanted to say. I want to see how the AI does with the roller. This field. Considering this is the base game roller and it's the smallest of the base game rollers, I want to see how the AI does with it in this map. I've got a feeling it's going to struggle with the headland. So it's doing the first of the two headlands now. No worries, Spleenhead. I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to be far behind. Got another big day of work tomorrow. Finish this rolling. We'll see how the... let's have a look how the... oh, look at that. The ploughing of this field's going all right. I'll have a good one. Have a good night's sleep and enjoy work tomorrow. Refford. See you, Spleen. Refford, whiskey would always help, yes. Help you get through it. Don't know if it'll help me complete the work appropriately. I've got to concentrate for my job. Yeah, and I don't know that they're going to be off in a favourable way. That's the other thing. Look at that whole vast headland over there to do. We've got 2 headlands to do over this way. We could. So it's missed part of that second headland, so I'm curious to see if it goes back. Yeah, not a fun time when it's raining. So there is part of the second headland missing in the several sections. We may end up having to go over some of this ourselves. Only over some. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to when my son goes to school because the school that we wanted to go to is only like 3 blocks away from the house, so it's gonna be a nice walk to walk into school and pick him up and walk him home. Wife and I both, and with our daughter obviously as well. Oh, look, when I say 3 blocks, okay, that's a bit of an under exaggeration. It's more like 5 blocks, but it's not far of a walk, and it's a nice little walk. But when it's raining, it's not so much. That's the last of it done, except for those little bits that they missed. So we might have to pick up those bits that the AI missed. Which isn't much. Hopefully, Refford, fingers crossed for you. To be honest, it looks like it is going over those bits. Hopefully. There's 3 little spots here. 2 little spots, I should say. I've got a feeling he's going to miss one. Still that one little patch that it's missed back there. We might have to go over that one little patch ourselves. Yeah, that one little patch there. But see how now there's no stones because we've rolled it. So yeah, we're just going to go over that one little patch up there. Is it going to do it itself? Ooh. Well, I'm happy with the roller. Oh, wow, I'm getting tired. I think I will call it a night. So I think what I'm going to do, now that this is finished, this field is good. This field's growing. Wheat's going. I'm going to leave that there. Alright. Thank you everyone for coming in. Hope you've all enjoyed the stream. I've enjoyed gaming with you all tonight. I'm not sure when I'll be on again next. I don't know if I'll be on. I won't be on tomorrow night because Dimmy's on tomorrow night. But I might be on maybe on Friday. But definitely Sunday. Sunday definitely back. So Sunday, Tuesday and Wednesday are my mainstream days. And then when I can on a Friday or Saturday, if I can. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I'm back on Friday. I know Saturday I've got plans. But if I can, I might stream a little bit on Friday night. Thank you all. Refford, Grievous, Spleenhead, Dimmy. It's been wonderful. Catch you all next time. Yes, United Spurs, big game. See you all next time.